All right. A nuclear bomb has been dropped, and am not talking about Russia and Ukraine.
Massive Drew Lock
Russell
trade.
Wilson, massive Drew Lock, huge Noah Fant trade. Shelby Williams did lead the Broncos in sacks last year. Russell Wilson is a Denver Bronco. I cannot believe that those words are coming out of my mouth. I still feel like a child. And that's how I love sports and the NFL so much, dude. When I saw this on my phone, I was without speech, and I go down and Cody thinks like 2 cars hit and someone's died. I'm like, Russ, like, oh my god. Look, I understand you have a Chargers perspective because it kind of hurts us a little bit, it stings. But what was your instant reaction? First of all, we'll get into the trade haul in a minute, and we'll get in the trade call with Avery and Alex. But what was your instant reaction when that comes up on your phone?
I was like, the first thing I said was, shit. Just like, that's good, man. That's a good situation for him to be in. I was talking to Roscoe about it today. The wide receiver room is, would you say, on par? Arguably, possibly better?
I mean, it's on par, sure. Yeah,
it's on par, and
better third receiver is KJ Hamler.
Yeah, and even Tim Patrick looked kind of nice.
Tim Patrick, very nice. Torch Cowboys.
I think that if it's gonna take it like a year or so to gel, I think, with the whole new staff, head coach, and whatnot, but if they get the right culture there, like I said, you just need the right coach with Russ and the right system. Their defense is ready to go. That's going to be scary.
Keaton, if you're listening to this in fucking Hawaii, soaking up the sun on the beach, shout out to Clark and Keaton. Much deserved vacation. Although, fuck you, Clark. You're fucking Mason and I over this week big time, but it's all good. Keaton, you owe me a minimum of $10 bet on the Broncos because 2 weeks ago they were 22-1, and I said Aaron Rodgers is going there. My sources tell me he's going there, and my sources being my gut. I told him that, but I said, even if they don't get Rodgers, they're for sure going to get either Russ or Deshaun. Like, these are 3 massive quarterbacks, and I don't know what this means for the Deshaun deal in terms of where he's going and how much a team has to give up for him now, because I still am just mind-boggled that the amount of first-round picks that were traded for Russell Wilson are the amount of first-round picks that they traded for Jamal Adams. That's unbelievable. It is insane. By far the biggest trade in NFL history.
Yeah.
We were talking about it a little bit earlier.
Big name and a lot.
The Herschel Walker trade is the most famous one because there were 18 picks involved, and there were picks that were sent to the Cowboys that eventually became Emmitt Smith and Darren Woodson and contributed to 3 Super Bowls, and Herschel Walker kind of flamed out. So that one's huge. But then, I read of a Randy Moss on a top 10 list. Marshawn Lynch was on it, and then a few guys from the goddamn 60s. So I think talking about a top 5 quarterback still in his prime. It was this last year. First of all, he started the season hot. The offense looked great, and then he hurts his finger, and when he comes back, he plays shitty, and it kind of looked like he almost even kind of threw in the towel a little bit, James Harden-esque style.
Yeah.
But he clearly is still, I mean, come on. He's so good.
Oh, yeah.
He's so good. Just 2 years ago, he was 40-12.
And those players who come onto like a new scene on a new team just look 5 years younger.
Dude, can you imagine all the Broncos players? I mean, you saw the Jerry Jeudy tweets this morning because they were hoping they were getting Rodgers, who then, and again, we'll kind of maybe touch that at the end, if not on Sunday. But like the roller coaster of emotions, thinking like we might get A-Rod, and then all of a sudden, just all these guys see that they just have Russ. Like that belief, dude. Come on, he's bringing Jesus in the building. Oh my God! All right,
it's a champion.
So I'm going to give my buddy Avery a call to set this up. By the time I got this news, it was like an hour and a half after this had happened, and I had probably 140 messages in our group chat because we have 3 Seahawks fans, 2 Steeler fans. Everyone but the Seahawks fans hate the Seahawks so much because, of course, we do. So it was just great for us, but we also have Avery, who is a Broncos fan, who is emotional, we'll say, and he just got, I mean, when I was in a car with Grace and our friend Kaylee Bauman, and Kaylee was driving, and she was about to cross 95, and I got the notification that LeBron was going to the Lakers, and I am shocked she didn't crash the car because I lost my mind, dude. It was one of the best days of my life, especially like after the 6 and 7 seasons we had to go through with the Lakers having the worst record in the league over that span. It was one of the best days ever. So I can't wait to hear. I want to give Avery a call, get his take. I mean, it's so great. And then we're going to attempt to get more Seahawks fans on the phone because. Oh, great. Avery just said, I'm going to be home in about 5 minutes. I'll text you when I'm good for you to call. Thanks, Avery. Okay. we'll skip ahead.
Avery, we have 25% battery. I don't think you understand.
Oh yeah, what a piece of shit. Should we just cut and then turn it back on when he texts me?
Let's call the Seahawks fans. Let's see if we can at least fill that out real quick.
He said to call him at 9 pronto. Got 15 minutes.
Yeah, I guess we kind of have
let's do
to.
it. All right. We'll be back.
I told Jess.
Okay, we're back. I feel like I cut you off for a second. Any more of your kind of reaction to it? Like after it was sitting in for a few hours?
I don't think the Seahawks are in as bad of a position as some fans might think. It's going to be a rough year or two, but I think there's also some hope for them as well.
Okay, we'll get into that when we call Alex, because I'm sure he'll have an opinion on that.
Sure.
Okay, first up, we're going to take the winner's side because I think the loser's side is going to be a little more entertaining, so we'll save that
to wrap it up. Yeah.
So let's give a call to Avery. The 2015 Super Bowl champion Broncos are now reloaded and refueled.
What's up, buddy?
Hello, Avery. Welcome to Cover 2. You're the I think the first or second official guest.
Oh yeah, like that.
Yeah. All right. I can't imagine. Tell me where you were. Tell me what you were doing, and tell me how you feel.
I actually have a pretty funny story about how I found out. I was in a big meeting at work. We're getting like new software and phones updated at work. So we were in a big meeting with like 15 people trying to, learn how to do all the new phones and stuff. And I start feeling my phone going off like crazy. And I'm like, okay, it's probably just the chat going nuts about something. So I ignored it. And then I start getting calls from Cade, start getting calls from Jason. I'm like, what's going on here? So I look at my phone. And all I see is breaking, RUSS to Denver. And I get up and I go, I need to leave the meeting. I'll be back in a few. I walk out of the meeting and immediately sprint to my dad's office and start cheering. I mean, it was absolutely ridiculous. And then I had to go back into the meeting and apologize.
Oh, my God. What'd you say when you went back in and apologized?
I said, sorry, I had to take a call.
Oh my God! How did as your dad feel? I assume jumping for joy.
Oh, he's stoked. Immediately bet RUSS MVP at 22-1.
Oh my God! I was just telling Mason I'm so mad. I texted Keaton at least a week ago, if not more, and I said, "Listen, it's 22-1. Let's put money on the Broncos right now." I said, "My gut tells me that A-Rod is going there. If he doesn't, I still think they get one of these three between Russ and Deshaun. Like they clearly want a quarterback." And whatever happened when we just didn't do it, and now here we are. I haven't looked at any updated odds, but I assume they have to be.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're like
it's Super Bowl or
12-1
bust now, right? It's Super Bowl or bust.
Absolutely. I mean, they went all out. They gave up a lot of pieces, but I think it's worth it.
And one of these second round picks that they gave up is just one that you just got, right, for Vaughn.
Right. Yeah.
And
so
then
we traded Vaughn for a second and third, and then traded one of those.
Are we going to see a collusion investigation into Vaughn just leaving, getting a ring, and then coming back, and after just swindling the Rams?
I think it's quite the possibility.
Yeah, we know it wouldn't be his first off the field issue.
Yeah, exactly. How's Mason feeling? I know he can't be too happy.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
we'll see. Got to shore up the defense now.
It's tough because it hurts him as a Charger fan, obviously, but then it does feel good as just a we hate the Hawks.
I
fan.
love hating the Seahawks.
Yeah.
So, are there any pieces that the offensive line needs to be shored up? But I mean, dude, this is a Super Bowl roster that's ready to win. Like, it's Super Bowl or bust.
Yeah, and the Hawks took another one with Bobby Wagner getting released.
Oh, that was just the cherry on top. Oh my God, if he came, that would be so funny.
I finally got a response from Eric and Alex.
What did they
told
say?
Me to fuck off and delete my number.
I'm gonna call Alex as soon as we get off with you. And
I love it.
Eric said that that he shouldn't be interviewed right now. Although I told him that a suicide live on the pod would be great for views.
Yeah, they're both in a bad place.
Oh, it's so great, though. I can't wait to it's got to live on. You have to draft Russ with the first overall pick in fantasy if you get it.
Yeah. Oh, big time. Absolutely.
And then obviously, dude, I might order a jersey. I'm gonna buy both of them a jersey actually for Christmas, and we're gonna get.
I like that. I'll go
DH.
halvesies with you.
Yeah. All right, dude. Well, congratulations. I'm
Thank
happy
you.
for you. I really hope that after all the bitching about Russ never getting an MVP vote, that he does win MVP immediately with you guys. Sorry, Mason.
Oh yeah.
But
Big time.
competitive. Happy that he's out of the NFC for myself now.
The AFC West
Absolutely.
is fucked
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, dude. Well, I'll talk to you soon. I love you. And
All
all
right, buddy.
right, go Broncos.
Love you, dog. Yeah. See ya.
All right, peace. Wow. Sky high. He's gonna barely sleep tonight. Alex said, "Ready whenever. FaceTime me though. I'm gonna be on my iPad." Okay, Al. I don't. All right.
Just hold it in front of the camera.
Guess I'll talk here and I'll just let him go. All right. We'll see how this works. Oh gosh.
Oh, Drew Lock. Here we go.
He's gonna find a way to spin it. I promise you.
No way.
Yes.
Drew Lock.
How's it going, Phil?
Oh, what are you wearing?
Just the jersey of the best Seahawk of all time, the greatest Seahawk of all time. Marshawn Lynch, of course. Who else?
Oh my God. You got a couple drinks in you?
About to have one more.
Yeah. Okay, I just got off the phone with Avery.
Here we go.
He obviously is jumping for joy. I'll ask you the same thing I asked him. Just give me where you were, what you were doing when you got it, and the first thoughts that were going through in your head. Stuff that I can actually put on air.
All right. Yeah, no, fair enough. So I was sitting out here. I received a call from Eric. That was my first call. And he called me and he said, we traded him. And I didn't believe him at first.
This sounds like when Kobe died, and I didn't believe him. I called my brother, and I had to, had to get validation. But continue. Go.
This is worse.
All right, keep going.
Anyways. So I hear Cade in the other room, and he's a Steelers fan. He's been telling me this is coming.
We were both just telling you not even weeks ago, but
I've been a denier for quite a while. I did not think this was going to happen. I really did not think that they were going to dish Russ. So it's been a tough day.
what the Hall, man?
What Hall?
Exactly.
No. I will get to it.
Right.
But anyways, Kate starts hysterically laughing in the other room, and he walks out and he immediately grabs the tequila and pours us up a shot while he's laughing. And it's brutal. It was brutal. It'll stick with me.
How much worse is it that it is the Broncos?
It's not in the conference.
Okay, can we get the conference thing? If they were offered 3 first-round picks by Washington, which is what is being reported, then why are we not taking the deal with an extra first-round pick?
I'd like to think they have a plan, but I am really not. I'm doubting whatever that front office is doing right now. A single player. I was thinking about this earlier. There's not a single person in the organization that I trust, from the owner, Jody Allen, down to our best player, DK Metcalf. He's a diva wide receiver, where he's got no quarterback. So we're in shambles. Like I'm saying this might be, let's pay Pete $100K a game at this point to start.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so do you think that they took Locke thinking like let's just tank, let's draft somebody, or is it like a free agency signing? We're gonna take Trubisky or sign Jameis Winston.
Unless we make a major push for Deshaun Watson, there's no way we even compete for third in the division this season.
Yeah.
Like, no chance. So unless we go get Deshaun Watson, then that would convince me that they're all in. But no, other than that, I really think Drew Lock is our week 1 starter.
Oh my God. Okay. So then, let's get to the haul then. So 2 first-round picks, a 2 second-round picks, and then you swapped. You're gonna get their 5th, and they're gonna get your 4th. So I mean, I don't even know what that was. And then what? What's the guy? Shelby Williams or whatever.
Shelby Harris. Noah Fant.
Yeah, the biggest piece you're gonna get. It reminds me of the Harden trade when just the Nets traded him for basically nothing, and Houston got basically nothing in return, and then they also gave up Jared Allen, and you're like, why are you just giving up Jared Allen? I think you would have gotten him anyways. Like, would you really? Would you not have got? I mean, come. The haul, man. The haul. What were you wanting? What were you expecting if and when this ever happened?
I expected 2 to 3 firsts, for sure. So two is it's reasonable, but I mean we traded 2 for Jamal, so it's hard to say. If there's any front office that's gonna make this trade, you cannot make a deal for 2 firsts back after we got Jamal. It's an unbelievable deal to me. But
and you're getting next year's first, which is probably going to be like the 27th pick or something at least.
There's only one explanation for me to me that Russ forced his way out internally. Yeah,
I heard he did.
Can you say the 3 words that I really want you to say? You were right. I was right, dude. Russ does not wear the pants in the relationship, let alone does he have he's been saving face this whole time. He's the fakest guy, and that's why I was so fascinated about how he was going to go about this. But apparently, yeah, he did it just...
He's not, but he is at the same... okay, so, the way he approaches the game is unlike anybody else. The way he plays is unlike anybody else. He's unbelievable. He's a Hall of Famer in his prime. That's what we just traded. Is a Hall of Famer in his prime.
For 2 firsts and Noah Fant.
But what I think happened is from the time that we were good, we all remember when we were good.
Yeah.
What did we have? We had a great defense, and we had Russ in sort of like a read option style offense. And now, look at our defense, right? It's one of the worst in the league. And our offense, our personnel is not caught up to the way Russ plays. Like, Russ stopped running, and we stopped protecting him. So, I mean, that's...
When did you protect him?
Well, at least he could run before we could protect him. When we couldn't protect him before. At least he was using his legs. But, when he really stopped using his legs, and we never could protect him. So once that defense fell apart, this was pretty inevitable. But, not today. It was quite a shock.
I was working, and when I saw it was just, in shock. Couldn't believe it was the Broncos. I couldn't believe they actually did it. And then when I saw 2 firsts, I was like, only 2? Like, again, Hall of Fame quarterback in his prime. You think the Broncos wouldn't have done it if they just got them to throw in 1 more first? Like, it just didn't seem like a lot. It seems like Pete has got to go. Him and Biden are at the same level of functionality in terms of the ability to run an organization or a country. And I guess, like you said, are we already tanking? We're in tank mode already?
So here's my thought.
Yeah, what's your way out of this? What's the best case scenario?
All right, best case scenario is that we pursue Deshaun Watson. His trial's coming up this weekend, so we'll figure out a lot more. But
we have some insight and some sources on the inside of that. We do a little bit.
Oh yeah,
we do know one of the victims.
Ooh.
Anyways.
Yeah, but I think we pursue Deshaun. If we can't do that, if we don't do that, then it's rebuild mode. I like Malik Willis. I really do. I like Malik Willis a lot, but The Seahawks said they're interested after the combine, and they love Malik Willis and they love Sam Howell out of North.
Oh no!
If we had a quarterback room consisting of Sam Howell and Drew Lock,
And
no, Gino's gone.
Oh,
Gino's going to be gone.
I have a feeling they're gonna bring in Jameis. I think Jameis is gonna be your Week 1 starter.
We got Jacob Eason. What are we forgetting about? Let's go Dogs.
Oh
No,
man.
It's going to be really dire. I hope we pick, ideally, we pursued Deshaun for maybe a discount and pick somebody, either go O-line or go with like Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
I think that's
You guys are good at drafting the O-line.
drafted the O-line.
Fetty. Yeah.
Oh, well, come on. We tried once and gave up.
Yeah.
And, so we don't really pick anybody for that matter.
But
But if we let Quandre walk, it's going to be a disaster.
To us. We'll take him off your hands.
Maybe
Yeah, take him off your hands like we did Kristen Michael.
trade Lockett, trade it all.
So-
Seriously,
Trade it all. Trade Jamal for what? 2 seconds, probably, maybe a second. Is it true you guys are still paying like 26 mil next year for us too?
22 mil. I think it's 22 or 26 million. Yeah, sounds right for Russ. And then, but cutting Bobby saved the 16. So
Dude, why did they have to do that today? It's literally, it's like when someone kills somebody and then they go walk up to him and then they just shoot him in the head just for fucking shits and giggles. Like, why?
their careers will always be connected. Like they got drafted on the same day.
But did we have to today?
Yes.
Like somebody like Eric is loading the gun and then he's like he's thinking about whether he really wants to go through with this and then he sees the Bobby Wagner one and he's like, all right, it's over.
Bobby was not going to stay on that team without Russell Wilson. There's just no doubt. Like, no question. Bobby doesn't stick around for a rebuild and end his career in Seattle. Like, there's no way. So, as soon as Russ leaves, it's best for Bobby. It's probably best for the team.
Okay, so final question. Where do we like Russ? Do we hate Russ? Do he brought you a chip? He'll always be the guy that brought you a championship, but I also know that you have a little Tom Petty side of you. So where is your relationship with Russ? Where does it stand? Now is currently sitting here at 9/11, rest in peace, on March 8th. Happy birthday to Jason, by the way.
I'll remember him for two things. Bringing us to the Super Bowl against his current team, by the way. That helped. Does help. And ending the Seahawks franchise at the 1 yard line. That's it. I mean, as soon as he threw that pick, you can start the steady decline of this franchise.
What happens if that doesn't? What happens if they win that?
If they win that, Paul Allen's still alive. Who knows?
Oh man, yeah. Well, they're the final two to go. They're the final two from that era. It is the end of an era. That's the title episode. End of an era.
It really is. We traded away the best player in the two best players, arguably in franchise history today. Got rid of them. So, it's gonna be interesting to see where we go from here. I'm about 10 years away from a playoff run, I think.
I have no doubt that by week 1, you're gonna talk yourself into either the defense bounces back, and Penny looked good at the end of last year. If we could just have a run, can control the clock, who knows?
Well, no, I think I'm gonna shift gears. Go Mariners.
You've already been go. We're not even gonna have a go Mariners, dude. We're not gonna be able to say that.
That's why we have a chance. That's why we have a chance.
All right. Well, I love you. I'm sorry for your loss. It's comedic on my part that it was to the Broncos as well, and I am happy to accept the victory of the Russell Wilson debacle. But any last words?
we'll just keep on tanking. I will say, on a completely separate note,
If you say anything about the Lakers right now, I'm hanging up the call.
no, not about the Lakers. Not about the Lakers, because they're irrelevant in the NBA. But not enough people talking about the Nets with a serious chance to still win this title.
I could not agree more. And that'll be a topic for your next guest appearance on Cover 2. All right. We'll talk to you soon. I love you, buddy. All right, bye. Wow. Honestly, not as much in shambles as I thought he'd be.
He's going through it though. If he's talking about Deshaun right now.
Yeah, I guess that's what he'll be dreaming about tonight, and that's what all of them will be. He'll be playing.
Seahawks are not the organization to go for Deshaun. I could see the Steelers doing it, or like.
See, I
Tampa
couldn't
Bay,
see
maybe?
I couldn't see the Steelers doing it because I couldn't see them giving up the haul. I guess, what do you think the haul is? We'll wrap it up with a little bit of what do you think the haul is for Deshaun, and then after that, a quick 60 seconds on the Rodgers.
No, I was gonna say I think we should save the Rodgers thing because it seems like every week we do this, it's something about Rodgers, and it just changes the next week.
Yeah, then all of a sudden we're talking about vaccine efficacy.
Listen, I like Aaron Rodgers a lot, but how many
You're a little worn out?
fucking weeks do we have to hear about what he's doing? He got extended. Yay. It wasn't completely accurate.
All right,
Oh
cut
my
it out.
God.
All right. We'll hit it later.
We're
Deshaun,
hitting it Sunday.
what do you think the market is, and where
know,
would your gut
maybe-
say?
If Russell, I don't know, he's at least 2 first-round picks worth of talent at least. Anything under that would be a crime. So
And I think
maybe-
the suspension doesn't even matter.
honestly
Because
does it?
the
Like,
worst,
you know,
I mean, he's for sure. It doesn't look like he's going to jail at all. He's going to settle or whatever. He has already missed a season, so I don't know if they're going to factor that into any type of suspension at all. But he didn't play at all last year. Even if he missed all of the next year, you're talking about a guy who hasn't
took
taken
the
a hit in 2 or
Texans
3
to the
years
playoffs.
and is 26. And any quarterback guru coach will just tell you how much they love him. This is not a Ray Rice scenario. Every time something happens off the field with these guys, Ray Rice gets brought up, and it's like, do you not know that Ray Rice averaged 2.6 yards a carry the year before he got
Wasn't
suspended?
Good,
He
yeah.
didn't not get brought back into the league because of what he did. It's because his talent. Look at Tyreek Hill is all I have to say.
Can you do bleeps?
Sure.
If can get away with the charges he got away with, then Deshaun can get back on the field for sure.
Who is that? Boston.
The owner.
Oh,
If
yeah.
he
Let's
can
bleep
get
that.
off,
Yeah.
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 But
Yeah,
it'll
for
be
sure.
if bleep bleep.
Yeah.
If he can get out,
For
I
sure.
think Deshaun can get
know,
out too.
I
And
know.
Ben got out, dude. Ben was dead to rights,
Okay.
dude. Come on.
Jeez. All right. An off season of QBs it's going to be. We will
Yeah.
be back here on Sunday. You guys will see it. Cross your fingers Monday. And we're going to dive into it. Free agency, some buying or selling of rumors, some quarterback. Where do we think these guys are going? We can cross one off the list because Russell Wilson is now a Denver Bronco. Oh, my God. My sister's boyfriend is a Broncos fan. He's probably losing his mind. Wow. All right. What a day, dude. What a day. Final
What a
words? Final words?
Go
Go-
boys.
Go
Go
Hawks.
Drew Lock. Drew
No.
Lock. Hey, Seahawks fans, it's
In
not
honor
so
of
bad.
Russell Wilson, go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Go Drew Lock.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
Oh man.